Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and I want to say Shalom to Yaakov Nakwat out there, pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's kind of how as I tend to do sometimes, just flowing it through the spirit. Quite a few things here that were very interesting. And there's so many of them. I said I'm just gonna have to go and just do kind of like a multiple topic lesson, and I got a bunch of them here. All right, I'm just gonna read some of the titles. Right here, you got the from Newsweek. It's breaking news. Apparently, there's an $840 billion plan to rearm Europe. All right, that was announced, and that one's a little peculiar. All right, so let's go ahead and put that up. And then on top of that, we have Trudeau saying, "I want to speak first to the American people. Your government has chosen to do this to you. Your government has chosen to put American jobs at risk. They have chosen to raise costs for American consumers on everyday essential items." There you go. So, and then you have this right here. Canada, to cut off electricity to the United States, need to feel the pain. There we go. And then this one's pretty big. These are the same things, but let me go ahead and I'll just unsave that one because they're the same thing. Right here, it says, if only he knew how to read. And it says, this is from Donald Trump, all right? Posted on X, on Twitter, right? It says, all federal funding will stop for any college, school, or university that allows illegal protests. Agitators will be imprisoned or permanently sent back to the country from which they came. American students will be permanently expelled, depending on the crime, arrested. No masks. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This guy says, those are First Amendment rights. Read the Constitution. And this goes to show you that you have no rights. You don't have any, okay? The rights that you think you have, you don't have. And then finally, U.S. Supreme Court weakens rules on the discharge of raw sewage into water supplies. So, a lot of stuff going on, man. And the other thing was, right here, is apparently someone shot up an insurance company CEO's house and the media isn't covering it. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Let me go ahead and fix this by going here and getting it. So, oh yeah, we already had it. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. So let's go ahead and I want to play this little here. I'm allowed to use this under fair use, all right, which doesn't really matter anymore because apparently all the, Constitution and rights and laws are just being erased as we speak anyway. But figured I'd throw it out there regardless. All right, technically I have the right to report on this, but we know how that goes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this, let you listen to it. I haven't heard it either, but I imagine it is mostly just speaking about what's going on in the title. Let's hear it.
Now, just like I did a month ago, I want to speak first directly to the American people. We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally. And we don't want to see you hurt either.
All right, that's a threat.
Your government has chosen to do this to you. As of this morning, markets are down, and inflation is set to rise dramatically all across your country. Your government has chosen to put American jobs at risk, at the thousands of workplaces that succeed because of materials from Canada or because of consumers in Canada, or both. They've chosen to raise costs for American consumers on everyday essential items like groceries and gas, on major purchases like cars and homes, and everything in between. They've chosen to harm American national security, impeding access to the abundant critical minerals, energy, building materials, and fertilizers that we have and that the United States needs to grow and prosper.
Yep.
They've chosen to launch a trade war that will
Let's rewind that back. Hold up. Let's rewind that back. What did he say there? Let me go pause this too. What did he say there?
and that the United abundant critical minerals and national security, impeding access to the abundant critical minerals, energy, building materials, and fertilizers that we have and that the United States needs to grow and prosper.
They also control a significant amount of the power grid. So Trump's really, sticking his nose in all these different areas and fucking with everything, man. And there will be a World War III, absolutely. And I'd be very surprised if we don't start seeing the very not the tail, but the head start of it very, very soon. Okay, you got the Europe. All right, that is now doing billions of dollars worth of rearming. All right, you have Canada that's separating itself from the United States. All right, and basically, it's talking about shutting off the part of the power grid. All right, withholding vital resources and minerals and different things and minerals. I think I already said minerals, and what did he say? Something else, resources in general that the United States need. All right, you got the UK that's already pissed off and doesn't like what the United States is doing. The United States is effectively, it's been shit for a while, but it's effectively a shithole. All right, nobody wants it anymore. All right, Canadians are no longer buying American. All right, the dollar's crashing. All right, by the way, the dollar is crashing. You can go and look that up. U.S. dollar. All right, right now, right now, it's crashing. All right, do you see this? It is crashing. All right, let's go to 1 year. All right, up, down. All right, it's crashing. It was on a rise, and now it's on a down. All right, so there you go. And the lowest it crashed previously was right around the time of the vid. All right, and you can see spike down, spike down, spike down, spike, and now we are on a downward trend. Okay, now it's gone up and up and up and up. But now we're seeing it down. Well, if you look at 1 month, it's gone down. If you look at 5 days, it's gone down. 1 day, it's gone down substantially. Okay, substantially. And you can go ahead and see it. So you've seen it's gone down and down and down in the euro. So it's almost 1-to-1 with the euro, which was never the fucking case ever. I'm curious of what it's looking like compared to the pound sterling. Is it under pound sterling or British pound sterling? Let me try to find it. So, yeah, it's about average. I mean, it's usually a little less than the pound sterling anyway. But yeah, let's go back. Continue up with what he had to say.
They've chosen to launch a trade war that will, first and foremost, harm American families.
There you go.
They've chosen to sabotage their own agenda that was supposed to usher in a new goal.
And you know what? It makes me think of a scripture with Trump. How's it go? Something along these lines. Yeah, that's Proverbs 12 and 15. All right. Proverbs 12 and 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. Okay, and again, this is, a lot of these things that you're going to hear are speaking about, counsel as far as, hearing the word and the truth of the Bible. But in the same matter, these can be used in ways, it's just a fundamental truth, okay? A fool, regardless if he's, in this truth or not, a fool is a fool, All right. A fool is a fool, whether he's a fool at the movie theater, or he's a fool trying to figure out what the truth is, whether he's a fool at home, or whether he's a fool at work. A fool, at the end of the day, is a fool. You have different flavors, shapes, and sizes, but at the end of the day, a fool is a fool. Okay? And Trump is a fool. All right? He's a fool. Let's go look at that word, fool, first of all. What is a fool? A fool, a person who acts unwisely or unprudently. A silly person, not a silly person. Really, it's more of a harsh word than that, but, you know, an idiot, a fucking moron, right? And that's what Trump is. He's an idiot, okay? You got a lot of people talking about Biden, and Biden, yes, he was a fool as well. He was stupid. But the thing with Biden was that he did not at any point and ever give the time. He did not, bear with me 1 minute. What the hell's going on with this heater down here? Bear with me 1 minute. Anyway. But Biden didn't once ever give the impression of being smart, all right? Everybody knew he was a fool right off the bat because he couldn't speak right. Now, Donald Trump does this thing where he tries to have the appearance of being smart, but he just talks in circles, all right? You'll ask him a question, he'll talk, you know, how are you going to fix the, economy, Trump? You know, there's a lot of illegals in this country, you know, a lot of American citizens struggling, you know, the illegals. That they've been, you know, they've been coming here and taking our jobs, and he'll just keep on doing that over and over, and he goes, so, you know, that's a problem. How are you gonna fix the economy though? How are we gonna do? You know, it's the illegals that they're coming here. We didn't ask you about immigration. We asked you how are you gonna fix the economy? How are you gonna fix the economy? Okay, how is that gonna help? Okay, and the other thing is, you know, you're gonna fix jobs by taking away quote unquote illegal, non-legal citizens' rights, or you're getting them out of the country. Well, what's going to happen to the economy then when the produce market collapse because you don't have farmers that are a majority of the people that are doing the field work that are pickers, all right, are undocumented people, all right. I don't like using the term illegals because you're not an illegal person. It's not illegal to exist. Right, as a Jake, it's the illegals, and that's why people voted for this guy in the first place. Was they just wanted all the black and brown out of this country. All right, that's it. If they had an order right now, or get the black and brown out of town, right, and you could sign it. All these white people would sign it to get Jake, all of so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to get us the fuck out of here. All right, they would do it instantly. I guarantee it would pass. It would probably pass, maybe just barely, but it would pass. All right, I guarantee it would pass because that's what they really want. Okay, they've already voted for Trump, so it shows you what they really want. They don't care about the economy. They don't care about anything else. They care about getting the brown out. They're sick of the brown. All right, we're sick of the brown. All right, that's what it really is. And Trump, you know, being a fool, going back to Proverbs 12 and 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. Again, this is talking about counsel as far as, you know, correcting someone, all right? But I'm using it in the fact of the matter that a fool is a fool at the end of the day. And the first part of this verse says the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. And again, this is really talking about, you know, someone that's in this truth and they think or someone that's coming in the truth, or they call themselves being in this truth, and they have something wrong, they're doing something wrong, and you tell them something right, and they say, no, I'm doing it the right way, right? I'm doing it the right way. And instead of, you know, hearkening unto counsel, hearkening unto the, you know, that person that says, hey, you're doing this wrong, here's how you do it right. Now, someone that is wise would say, oh, you're right, I probably was doing it wrong here. Let me go and do it that right way. But the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, okay? Now, of course, Trump being an Edomite is not going to hearken unto counsel or anything regardless to this truth, but it still shows you the fact of the matter being that a way of a fool is right in his own eyes. All right, and Trump is a fool, and he thinks his way is the right way. This guy didn't even know what a tariff was, okay? Now, to be fair, before all the tariffs started, you know, the words of the tariff started going around, I didn't necessarily really know what a tariff was either, but here's the difference. I'm not the president. I'm not trying to put a tariff in order, okay? I don't vote for all the people that went out there and voted for this guy, and they didn't know what a tariff was. If I'm going to vote for someone, I'm going to have to know what a tariff is. If I'm voting for someone that's saying I'm going to put tariffs, I'm going to have to go, what is a tariff? I got to make sure I know what I'm voting for. I don't vote, all right, because we're not supposed to, and also I could give a shit less about voting in a rigged system know-how, all right? But the fact of that matter being that these guys, they're fools. All right, he's a fool, and the followers. What is it? You are. They're saying basically about like, you know, you're just like who you follow. All right, and they're just like him. They're fools as well. They don't know what a tariff was, and now they're the same people that are like, well, Trump was supposed to fix America. What's happening? He's not fixing America. What did you think he was gonna do? He's not going to put out Project 2025. He said that he's not part of it as soon as he gets into office, starts putting out Project 2025. Dummies. All right? And these, man, and he doesn't even know what he doesn't even understand. He doesn't know what a tariff is. He didn't know. He thought the tariffs were going to make the Canadians pay. No. The person doesn't pay the tariff who the tariff is put on, all right? The tariffs are put on their goods. So guess what? Who it's going to affect? It's going to affect not their. It's not going to raise their prices for them in their country. It's going to raise the prices of the people in your country, the American citizen. You're going to make anybody living here. You're going to make it harder on the people living here to buy goods that are not made in America. And you say, well, that's going to help the American economy. Cool. In theory, it can help the American economy, but the way it has to help the American economy is that people start buying American. There's not a lot of products that are made in America because everything is outsourced. Okay? You get it? You understand? He apparently doesn't. And I'm just some random fucking dude from the street, man. I'm not super intelligent or anything, and I can tell you that. The president doesn't even know this shit. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's continue on with the video.
Golden age for the United States.
Wait, what did he say?
Families. They've chosen to sabotage their own agenda that was supposed to usher in a new golden age for the United States.
There you go.
And they've chosen to undermine the incredible work we've done together to tackle the scourge that is fentanyl, a drug that must be wiped from the face of the earth. So on that point, let me be crystal clear.
He do seem a little effeminate, though. I tell you what, sure do seem a little bit like he's got some sugar in his tank.
Whatsoever for these tariffs today.
There you go. There you go. So, let me go back. Put this on. Let me read some of the comments. Yada, yada, yada. It says the problem is that everyone I know that is a conservative loves all this bullshit. They love what Trump is doing. They love what Elon is doing. I don't know one conservative that regrets voting for him. Anything that's bad right now was caused by Biden. Bear with me. Anything that's bad right now was caused by Biden, and Trump is trying to fix it. That's what these people think. Even when prices of goods skyrocket, these people are going to blame Biden or the Democrats. They can't or don't want to see what's happening right in front of their face, and they will never believe that the problem. And it's true. It's like, oh, the Democrats are doing. The Democrats aren't in office, you stupid cunt. How are they going to raise prices? They're not in office. They're not in the Supreme Court. Where are they? What, is Biden doing stuff behind fucking is he hiding under a rug doing shit? And Trump's, oh no, I gotta come over here and fix it. No, that's fucking dumb, man. What are you talking about? You know, here it is. When Democrats are in office, it's Democrats that are the problem. When the Republicans are in office, it's the Democrats that are causing the issue. How? When Democrats are in office, oh, the problems are because we have a Democrat in office. When it's a Republican in office, it's, oh, because we had a Democrat in office, or oh, it's the Democrats doing this right now. What are you talking? Then fix it. Then fix it. Then if it's such a big problem. The thing is, the Republicans are very, very low intellect beings. All right, they have a very, very, very small brain. All right, and intelligence is not their strong suit. All right, they don't get it. These are the living in trailer parks, fucking their sisters, all right, smoking fucking Crown cigarette, fucking $3 a pack cigarettes, all right, drinking Miller High Life, sitting on a fucking soda cooler out inside of their RV ass motherfuckers that are voting for these guys, smoking meth and snorting fucking not crack, but coke and all this shit up their nose. And those are the people, make America great again. Well, I guess if that's the case, we're going to have to first exterminate you because you're not making this place any better. We have somebody outside my job, not all the time, but that comes by, a huge Trump supporter and a meth head, man. Meth head. Super bad meth head. Comes in stinking like meth, barely wearing any clothes, titties damn near hanging out. All right, has a big Trump flag hanging on an RV. Yeah, man. And you'll see her all over Vegas, man. All over Vegas. She'll stop here. She'll stop here. She'll stop here. She'll stop here. She's like you can kind of almost Trump RV Las Vegas. It'll pop right up. All right, here it is. There it is. You can go and see it. The Trump RV. So I'm pretty sure that's the same person. But yeah, man, there's this person that says the Trump RV. Our Trump RV friend has a new gig. All right, Patriot shop for a Russian operative. They're all over the place, man. It says America first, but it's made in China, and all of her stuff is made in China. You know, a guy from my work actually the other night messaged me. Says, where is this RV shop located? They're everywhere. They go everywhere. Let's see. But you see it. But yeah, man. I got a message. Let me see. Anyway, no, I left his ass on red, so coworker, so I don't want to open it, and then it looked like I saw it. But basically, roughly quoting what he said that this lady said was that, like, Biden's really been dead. He's been dead, and it's something with that. And it was a bunch of crazy shit. Basically, a bunch of crazy shit. You know, this QAnon or whatever the fuck shit that they're going on with, but just completely bugged out. But anyway. Yeah, man, you can see them. They're all over this fucking place. Crashes into a pole. That ain't the one. But yeah, it's one of these looking ass things. That ain't her, but it looks they all look the same. But yeah, man, just completely just gone out of their mind. So that looks like the one right there, actually, as a matter of fact. I think that's the exact one. Pretty sure. But yeah, you see it. But just all methed up. All right, it's a methed up time and place. Methed up, and you know, it's just I think it's hilarious because we're at the point where these devils are being revealed, man. Like I mentioned yesterday, you know, the earth is given in the hand of the wicked, and who's in rulership right now? Whoever it is, they're the wicked. And we're at the time of the wicked being revealed. And you got, you know, in Babylon, the Babylonian Edomite is so much different than the, bear with me, is so much different than the other Edomites of the world. Babylon, people in general are different. Babylon, Jake is different than Jake elsewhere. Babylon, Moab is different than Moab in their country. Babylon just does shit to a motherfucker, right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. From verse 7, it says, For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right? So there you go. We're coming to the time where, you know, we through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are already aware of who this devil is, and we can already see their stuff. But there's going to be a big reveal on this devil, and man, I think it's probably going to come with Trump if this guy even continues to make it. All right, and I'm not going to enunciate on that too much, but y'all should be able to deduce 2 and 2 together. But I don't know if the Lord's going to allow something like that to happen. Okay. Because these people are starting to get mighty pissed. They're starting to get mighty pissed. Okay? Again, I got to go and get I don't want to get a bunch of scriptures that I got yesterday, but I got to go and get it. Again, Isaiah 24:4, it says, that's not it. It was thought it was later in when the wicked beareth rule. It's not Revelation, is it? It's Proverbs. All right. Again, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And man, these people are losing their minds, all right, at this guy. And then you have two sides. You have, well, three sides. You have the one that people don't give a shit about nothing, all right, at all. They don't really care regardless. And then you have two, the people that are really, really upset that who's in rulership right now, all right, with being Trump. All right, and then three, you have the ones that are super fucking happy because, you know, I don't know, for whatever reason, lack of intelligence. Now, we in this truth personally don't mind because, hey, Trump's getting us further and further to the end every day. So, hey, that's great. But if I was just a regular American citizen, yeah, I'd be shitting my pants because this guy's, he's like trying to throw this place into the incineration station as quick as possible. It's like he got an order to destroy this place as quick as possible, and he's just fucking speed running it or something, right? So there's that. So that's what we got on that. Now this one's interesting. What else do we, so we already got that. We can get rid of that. Really, I mean, I don't really have, where are we at? This page is all messed up. But yeah, this one's kind of interesting. Canada to cut off electricity from the United States, need to feel the pain. I wanted to put that up there. They're saying during the SOTU, what is that? That is the State of the Union. All right. So the State of the Union would be great. Says, I just want to say hello to all the people who didn't even know they took issue with Canada 2 months ago. Didn't know they wanted it to be a state. Didn't know they wanted a trade war with them. Is there anything he can't talk you into? 1 month in. Only 3 years, 11 months left. Everything is going fine. And I don't know if we're going to have, 3 years and 11 months more. Who knows? We could see. All right. It sure don't look like it like this. But again, hey, nobody knows that day of the hour. All right. But the Lord, but the Father only. But and it's speculated at this time that Yahushua knows as well, because, he's got to get ready if he's coming back. But I don't see there being a whole lot of just free time just left out there, right? And you already got this all this stuff with the chip. All right, they got this new thing in prisons. I can't remember what that's called. It's called that's another thing, like basically a brain chip. What was it called? Let me see. It was called the Cognify. All right, Cognify. You can go look that up. Matter of fact, just watch the brother's lesson, the other brother's lesson right here. The Cognify the Cognify prison rehabilitation chip, RFID chip, Mark of the Beast, MOTB. So go ahead and watch that. That'll tell you all about that. You got Elon Musk. I almost said Esau Musk. Same thing. Esau Musk. All right, with his Neuralink. All right, and of course you got multiple corporations, working on this regular RFID chip. All right, so you see it. And then conservative Reddit is just like, the libs are just mad. This is a man who keeps his promises. Like, do you even understand what's happening here? They don't. This person says, what promises kept? Ukraine war, not over. Remember how he said as soon as he got in, the Ukraine war he'd make it end? Liar, didn't happen. Food prices cut in half? Don't think so. Gas 50 cents? Don't see this yet. The economic prosperity promised is coming how? When? By first destroying the economy, ruining all foreign relations, especially in trade, aligning the United States with Russia, and driving the deficit through the roof. Anyone in the conservative sub who thinks that it will make the United States stronger than it already is clueless. And the other thing is, you got these Democrats that are always talking about aligning the United States with Russia, they're in it with Russia, they're in it with... Russia is not a fan of the United States. They are not a friend of the United States, all right? And that's something you Democrats need to understand. They are not a friend, okay? I'm not a Republican either. I'm not none of y'all motherfuckers, okay? So, you don't understand that you keep on saying, oh, Trump's in it with Putin, Putin does not respect Trump at all. Okay, not a single bit. Okay, and you're saying, oh, he's getting it tying in with the. There's no ties. Okay, he's worsening his relationship with Russia. He's worsening the relationship with Canada. He's worsening the relationship with Greenland. He's worsening the relationship with all of the EU, including England. All right, that's it. He's not building any relationships. He's destroying them. All right, and again, that's all going to go back to shall hate the whore. Let's get that. And this guy's really at this point trying to basically almost get the United States removed from NATO. Okay, and let me go ahead and get the picture. I'll show you what's going on. All right. Is that this is the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. All right. And it is NATO. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. The 7 heads represent 7 governments or kingdoms ruled by Esau. So right on the top, you have America, the great whore, Babylon, right? And then you have the full names of blasphemy. You got Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks. All right. And then you have NATO. All right, they make up the beast, all right, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And since then, I believe Sweden's joined the list. But it was when it was first established in 1949, it consisted of 19 nations, right? These nations make up NATO, which is the beast. You see them all here. All right, you got Greece, Italy, Spain, France, West Germany, United Kingdom, Portugal, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Canada, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Turkey, United States, Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic, right? So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. And then you have the 10 horns, all right, which represent the EU, all right, which is made up of Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Ireland, England, and West Germany. So, but he's trying, you know, he's really, you know, fucking with these guys right now, and they're really not liking it. They're really not enjoying what the whore is doing right now, right? So let's go ahead and get Revelation 17 and 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Why? "For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled." There you go. So the beast, man, is here it is. They're basically your own people, and you're pissing them off. Now you want him to, you know, basically cut off trade lines and cut off this and that and cut off electricity. You know, it's fucking dumb, man. This guy's an idiot, which is great for us, but it's bad for the American. It's great for us, but it's bad for the American. Who is us? Us, the Hebrew Israelites. It's great for us because we're waiting for our Lord to come back and get us out of this place. All right, Lord willing, us as members of the elect. But this place, we know this place, there ain't nothing here. This place is inevitably going to be destroyed. All right, and by the World War III. All right, primarily who it's going to be destroyed by is the Lord. All right, but the other nations, they'll have their little nuke bout. All right, with them launching nukes here. Right. Hell, just the other night, a matter of fact, I had a dream. It was a bunch of dream slop. You know, when you have a bunch of dream that is mostly just nothing. But part of that dream was something happening and something on the map being, oh, nukes are gonna, you know, missiles, not nukes, but missiles, some type of missile, I assume ICBMs, are gonna be launched in this area here. And I don't remember. I woke up, but that was all I remembered. So, you know, I'm sure brothers have been having a lot of dreams about these missiles hitting. So. And that's just one of those things, man. If I was an American citizen, I would be. Oh, I am by legal definition, I'm an American citizen, yes, but I don't consider myself an American. All right, I'm not bound to this place. I mean, I live here. I'm born here, born and raised here. But we're Israelites. We don't call ourselves Americans because we don't associate with this place. All right. As we got right here, arise ye and depart. Okay. It says, Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay, we're supposed to be spiritually departed from this place. And there's other scriptures like John, this will do. I was going to see what's going to come up. 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And there's another one about worldliness. And that's what we were going for. But that's a great scripture regardless. I wanted to grab that anyway. Right here. Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing. Renew make new again of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So there you go. We don't conform to the society. We don't conform and call ourselves Americans. All right, we're not gonna do that. We're not Americans. All right, we're Israelites. Okay, now, and we're not Israeli either. All right, because that's what those people over there in that land right now call themselves, Israeli. We're not Israeli. All right, we're Israelites. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. That is our true nationality, not American, not Mexican, not European. Regardless of where we're living, we are Israelites, because you got Israelites over there in Mexico and Europe and even in Asia. We're not Asian or any of these other places. We are Israelites, regardless of where we are currently at. All right, it's just like the Gentiles, right? They were scattered abroad and they were called, Gentiles, and they might have even been called Greeks. But at the end of the day, they weren't really Greeks. They were Israelites that were scattered abroad, okay? And that were being called Greeks because they spoke Greek. Someone might even looked a little Greek or might have looked completely Greek, all right? And were partaking in Greek customs, even worshiping Greek gods, all right? But they were Israelites is what their real nationality was. They just happened to be over in that land. If you came from Europe and you were over here in the United States, you would still be a European that came to the United States and maybe even perhaps gained citizenship. All right, at long time ago, all right, it's been a while, but we were Israelites, all right, that came and not on our will, but scattered, all right, by the Lord, all right, to multiple different places, all right, primarily the big one being America. And because of that, we are Israelites. We're dwelling in the land of America. We're called Americans, all right. We were partaking before coming to this truth and American holidays and worshiping their gods, Jesus Christ, or being atheist and worshiping all this other shit and celebrating Christmas, Valentine's Day, and all these different things. But now we're in this truth, all right? We don't celebrate any other holidays other than the Lord's holidays, all right? His holy days, high holy days, his Sabbaths, all right? Got Passover coming up, all right? Day of Atonement, all right? That's way later in the year, but so yeah, man, that's how that goes. So we're not to be conformed to this place, all right? We're not conformed to the world. We're conformed to the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right? So that's why we don't conform by calling ourselves Americans, because we're not Americans, all right? We're Israelites. How long have I been going for? 38 minutes, all right. So, where else do I want to get here? We'll touch on this in a minute, Lord willing. Let me move these here. What do I want to get now? I don't really have anything to say about this. This is just something interesting. The people are getting upset, man. Revolutions. All right, here's one. Well, I'll just make it easier on myself. That's weird. As soon as I'm doing that, the song goes. That's weird. Nope. Nope. Oh, it's lucky. I thought it was in Matthew 24. Second Esdras 9-3. We'll go from verse 1. All right, Second Esdras 9 and verse 1. Salakia. 1 minute. Salakia. Lips dry as hell. It's bugging the shit out of me. Salakia. Second Esdras 9-1 says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, all right, and those signs, all right, a lot of them were in Matthew 24. I'll pull that up real quick. All right, now I do recommend, it's only 51 verses. I recommend you just go read all of Matthew chapter 24. Matter of fact, I pretty much require you to do it. I'm not saying you have to do it. I can't make you do anything, but I'm saying I would highly recommend it. It's really not optional. If you haven't read it, you have to read it, because this is super important, man. These are the prophecies that you're going to see before Yahushua returns. Okay, all these things in here. This is all read. This is Yahushua speaking. All right, all these different things about false prophets rising. All right, lots of different things here, man. Lots of different information in here that you need to know. Okay, wars and rumors of wars. That's a big one we get all the time. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because there has to be things that happen. All right, that happened before. There's another one. Well, actually, aren't we over there? No. Second Esdras 4:37, it says, by measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So there's an order of these things that they got to go out. All right. And, certain things can't happen until other certain things happen. All right. And that's why you need to read Matthew 24, because some of those are the signs. So when you see that happen, you're like, oh shit. All right, that just happened. Oh, that's a prophecy right there. Look at that. That's a prophecy. You make a lesson on it. All right. So 2 Esdras 9:1 says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. And in Matthew 24, those are signs that he told you before. All right. In verse 2, and there's many signs, but Matthew 24 is just, some of them, all right, a good chunk of them. But 2 Esdras 9:2 says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time, Salakia, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. What's he gonna do? Show up with cake pops and hugs and handshakes and kiss you on the cheek? No. How is he gonna show up? Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. And here's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of uproars of the people right now. What is an uproar?
Uproar.
All right, turmoil. All right, confusion, chaos, commotion, disturbance, protests. All right, protestation. All right, outrage, clamor, objection, complaints. You hear people complaining and outraging and protesting and marching through the street and screaming and a disturbance and people being upset, right? And mayhem going on in the earth and violence. When that's happening, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Come on. As all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. There you go. So, the Lord's not showing up with handshakes and hugs, all right? As a matter of fact, all right, Isaiah 66:15. This is how he's coming. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, this is how the sun's going to show up. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So the Lord, all right, the Father, all right, is casting, judgment down on this place and having all these terrible things happen upon his visitation. All right. And then the Son, he's not going to come back happy either. Well, the Son, God's a little bit different. The Son, no. Lord, the Son, all right, the Savior, he's coming back with fire. Okay. And it's not going to be handshakes and hugs either. So you're not getting handshakes or hugs from either of them. Okay. That's it. All right. He's coming back with vengeance. All right. With a really a blood debt to repay. Okay. Because y'all are the same motherfuckers that killed him, that put him on the cross. You are the Romans. All right? And you got to realize his time is different than our time. Okay? This just happened in his time. Okay? So how long? That's My memory always fails me. What is it? An hour is like a second. It's like an hour, not a minute. Hours or years a minute. Um, um, a minute is a year. Bible. That's not. There's a verse that talks about it. I can, if a brother knows it, please put it in the comments below. That's the one I need to refresh up on that because I always forget. But yeah, man, you know, it's you think it's been all these years, but it's only been a very, very little time, right? So yeah, man, and you got to pay attention to all these things that are popping off, man, and then who knows how this is gonna happen. All right, and this is one that's gonna make even, you know, brothers in this truth a little bit uncomfortable. All right, Canada cut off electricity in the United States need to feel the pain. Now who knows if they're just filibustering? They might do it. They might not do it. They might start with the rolling blackouts. Who knows? It's already known that it's going to be happen at some time. We just don't know if it's going to happen sooner than, you know, that was previously thought. So yeah, man, you know, talking about maybe doing rolling blackouts or just shutting off part of it, and it's not going to cut off all the electricity. Let me see how much of the power in the USA is controlled by Canada. It says practically none. Canada doesn't control the U.S. power grid in any meaningful way. Let's see. Where were we? 1 minute. Let me see. Got one more. So it says, all right, so here's the deal. Ontario Premier Doug Ford is threatening to cut off electricity exports to the U.S. in response to President Trump's new 25% tariffs on imports. Ford's basically saying that if the U.S. wants to play hardball, Canada can too, especially since provinces like Ontario supply power to the U.S. states like New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. Well, I thought you said they didn't control none. It says the move is part of a broader trade spat with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also announcing retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. goods. Also, they doesn't Canada control something in Nevada? It's like water or something. So they have stake in it. So, you know, there's different stuff going on, but you know, ChatGPT isn't the grand all-knowing wizard at the end of the day either. But because it first said no, and then it was like, oh no, it does control New York, Minnesota. Well, then say yes in these states. But anyway, you know, and then this is pretty. I pretty much got one scripture for this. But yeah, let's get this. Never trust a fart. Really? That's the first suggestion. All right. Good advice there, Google. It's hilarious. Damn, made me lose my track of thought. But was there one more I wanted to get? Let's see. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the two I wanted to get. But yeah, going back into what Trump said, all federal funding will stop for any college, school, or university that allows illegal protests. What do you mean by illegal protests? What do you mean? Protests are generally protected. I don't know what you mean by illegal protest. Unsanctioned, put together at request protests. Is that what you're talking about? Agitators will be imprisoned or permanently sent back to the country. We're going to send you back to the country that you came from, you dirty little brownie. All right, that's really what he wants to say. He just wants to say the N-word. All right, he just wants to say that. See, he wants to say he wants to call everybody a bunch of jigaboos and spicks is what he really wants to do, but he's not going to do it because that would it would make people madder than what. Just, at this point, you could go ahead and say you probably have universal praise. Honestly, it says agitators will be imprisoned or permanently sent back to the country from which they came. American students will be permanently expelled, or depending on the crime. You didn't even proofread your work, buddy. Depending on the crime, arrested. No masks. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And someone mentioned the Proud Boys. Actually, I don't even have to do it because I should be able to just get a picture from down here. Nah, they don't have it, but you can go and look up the Proud Boys. All right. Remember, guys, no masks. No masks. Okay? That's disgusting. Where else do we got? There's no masks. Don't put no masks on. I don't want to see no masks. Take that off. No masks. Hey, buddy, I see you in the back there. No masks. Take that mask off. We don't want none of that. You're wearing a mask. All right, masks are bad. Hey, buddy, that's a mask. I see you got a mask too, and so do you. You better not put those masks on. What's that? Are these masks? You better take those off. You know he doesn't give a shit about them. He's talking about brown people in masks. He doesn't want brown people in masks. Okay? He doesn't want so-called white people. That who knows? You could be Jake. You never know. That are against his system being in masks either. Okay? And this guy says those are First Amendment rights. Read the Constitution, and that's true. First Amendment rights. Okay? So the right to express opinions without government censorship or interference, which they're getting rid of that. The right to debate public issues without fear of punishment. They're getting rid of that. The right not to be retaliated against for what is said. That's going away. Freedom of press, freedom of assembly. All right. The right to gather together for social, economic, political, or religious purposes. The right to protest the government. Well, it's almost like the rights you had never existed at all. All right. You don't have any rights. All right. You have allowances, and they'll allow you to have them until they don't want them anymore. Okay. And they don't want you to have them anymore. So that's that. So don't trust them. Remember, we had rights. They said we had rights. Well, they're liars. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. You know what a forge is? That's where you hammer out metal. You make things like swords and doorknobs and nails and screws and all these different things. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. They have no value. They're liars. They're physicians of no values, which means they can't help you medically, and they're forgers of lies. They're a bunch of liars. And this is why you don't trust these devils, and that's what we're closing off with today. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. We get it all the time. We're going to continue to get it all the time as long as we're alive and well and continue in this truth, because you cannot trust these devils. 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 Got it? Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And I got to go ahead and I got to go get this in the Good News Translation. I got to do it. I got to do it to you. All right, let's go ahead and get it. Got to type in Sirach, as a matter of fact. And then I got to go to Good News Translation. So here we are. Never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. It only gets worse and worse. All right, it doesn't get any better. All right, and a matter of fact, I heard a better version than this one time. Not a better version, but a better version than the GNT. It was something like it will only get worse and worse. But I don't know where it is now. But the best version always stays being the KJV version. All right, the Apocrypha as it is here, which reads, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Don't trust these devils, man. And you got a lot of these Edomites that are worshiping this guy as their god. And they're going to find out real soon this guy is going to lead them to their destruction. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So that's that. That's the lesson. I don't really have a title for it, but Lord willing, we'll find one, after I end it. Then it comes through the Spirit. So that's where we're going to close out. Lord willing, it was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.